All right, so here's the new project here. There's going to be some changes around the shop and around the channel. I'll get into that later. But so we went and picked this fifth wheel up. It's pretty much trashed. Slide outs are all rotten, floors rotten, roof's gone, but that's okay. The only thing I need is a frame and generally the title. Don't know if I'll incorporate any of the slide outs, probably not. Just because the only thing I need out of this is a place to carry my side-by-side and or my tractor, and place to sleep for 3, and then toilet, shower, maybe a little small kitchen area. But so this is a 2000 Comfort 27. I think it's 29 foot long. But right about where this awning is, from there back is going to be a little deck. From there forward is going to be a tiny house. The roof will continue the whole length, so whenever we're hauling either my little tractor or the side-by-side, it's under roof during transit. And whenever we're we're parked out there on our piece of property, we got a little deck or something to sit under. So that's what it looks like now. I do have a gentleman coming. They're going to strip this all the way down to the bare frame, and we're going to recycle what we can out of the inside for the new project, which probably will not be much. The stove, I'm not going to reuse the refrigerator. We're going to use a dorm fridge. So that's what it looks like now. After they get it all stripped down, I'll be back on here. All right, so finally got the old fifth wheels tore down to the bare frame. That's what it's looking like right now. So after we've got it tore down and I've actually seen the structure underneath here, we've decided to make it a little bit longer than originally anticipated. Frame's good, solid. It's got a little surface rust, but they never really paint them anyway. So we got it in here yesterday and finished getting a bunch of the screws that was left over from the guys tore it apart. And then I cut about another 300 pounds worth of unnecessary metal off of it. The gas lines, both of the slide out mechanisms, bumpers, just little stuff that I'm not going to need. So I went and weighed this yesterday before we got started, and it weighed right at 2,500 pounds the way it sat. But like I said, I've knocked probably 300 pounds off of that. And after talking to a couple guys and doing some measuring, we're actually going to stretch this frame 14 feet from right about where that back cross brace is. Anyone that's messed with these campers know they use an odd size I-beam that is specific to the camper manufacturing industry, which kind of sucks. I can't get that size. It's like 7 3/8, 1/8 inch thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with 7-inch C channel. Will fit perfect right inside the I-beam there. I've got two 20-foot sticks coming. I got two 20-foot sticks of 7-inch C channel coming. There'll be about a 6-foot overlap, so that'll reinforce it quite a bit. The tiny house is going to come just forward of this back cross brace. That's going to be 14 feet from the step down here where the bathroom's going to be. So right here, back to the end of this will be a 14-foot. Then it's got a 4-foot bathroom, and then that's 8 feet up there. That'll be where the bed's going to be at. We're not going super tall. You know, I don't want the air drag, and it's unnecessary. You know, I don't need to walk around the bed up there. I just want to be able to set up on it if I, you know, want to read a book or something like that before I get ready to go to bed. I don't want to have to, you know, kind of crouch. So it's going to be a little over 4.5 feet on the side walls, and it'll have a traditional A-frame style roof on it. And then there'll be no sink in the bathroom area, just a toilet and a shower, and then step down, and then there'll be a couch, a dinette, and then a little kitchen area, you know, run along one side. So that's the plan for now. Once I get the C-channel all welded on, still debating. I've got the axles are 5,200 pounds, so, you know, 10,000 pound trailer. Once I get it built, so where the 6-inch or 7-inch channel is going to be underneath of this, we're also going to add a 2x3 3/16 square tubing underneath of that, where the axles are going to be, because I need to raise that up about 3 inches in order to get it set and level. Because right now, whenever I hook it up to my truck, the front end is a lot higher than it was or should be, and I don't want the back to drag in some of the places we're going to be going. So we're going to raise it at 3 inches. I'm going to put all the spring shackles and everything on the square tubing before I put it underneath of the frame. That'll also help stiffen it up. And then we're going to add some strapping underneath of the bottom of the frame to the front for just a little more reinforcement. I am going to go ahead and add the shackles for a third axle. I'm not going to put it in right now. Wait till I get it built and actually see what it weighs with fully loaded with the side-by-side and everything on it. And then if I need to, I'll either add the third axle or swap the axles out for 14,000 pound axles instead of 7. Or instead of 10, sorry. So that's the plan for now. I just got to wait for my steel to come in, get this pulled back out, and we may work on it again this weekend. Get some customer vehicles in here and get working on this project, and trying to get this done. At least it may not be done. It will be usable by June whenever we go out west. So that's the plan. We'll get that part of it done. We'll go from there. All right, today we're getting started on extending the frame of the little tiny house here. So I got all my steel. I've got 2 pieces of 7-inch channel. That'll be the frame rails. I've got some 2x3 that I'm going to use to put between the axles and the bottom of the frame to raise it up. Because I need about 3 inches of lift on the back of it in order to make it level. And then I've got a piece of 9-inch channel that I'm going to put on the back of it here. I was just laying everything out where the license plate's going to go, and then, you know, my light layouts. I'm getting ready to cut all that out with the plasma cutter, and then made sure I dropped down enough here so I could put the 2x underneath of it. It's going to have a wooden deck, you know, that's a porch, and also to carry the side-by-side and my small tractor on there. Just depends on what I need to take out at the time, but yeah, that's how it'll be set up. And then I've got some angle iron, some 1x1 quarter that I'm going to weld right along in here, all the way down through there, in order to have a spot for the ramps to sit on. So let me get this all cut out, and then we'll be back.